Sometimes it's all about the structure, and that's what we saw today as the Vancouver Canucks defeated the Edmonton Oilers 4-3 in game number 3 of their second round Stanley Cup Playoffs series. The Canucks now have a 2-1 series lead. Now I'm going to say a few things before we dive into the events of today's game. Firstly, that was a Vancouver game where you could say the better team ended up losing. But was that really the case? Was this a case of Arturs Silovs just stealing the game, making 42 saves on 45 shots against, limiting the Oilers to only 3 goals? Was this the Vancouver Canucks hanging their goalie out to dry? Because they only had 18 shots themselves. They scored 4. We'll get to the save percentage for the Oilers in a little bit. But this game almost seems like it was exactly what the Canucks planned. Sure, you never go into a game thinking you're going to give up 45 shots against, but that almost felt like a classic 2023-2024 Vancouver Canucks win. Hear me out on this. They get the lead early, they pile on some shots, they pile on some goals, and then by the time the second and third periods come, the Canucks are in survival mode. It is get in front of the passing lanes, clear the pucks out to the neutral zone, dump it in, change, rinse, repeat, kill the clock, ice it if you need to, let Silovs make some saves, and finish out the game with the win. Vancouver and their structure held on today, supported by their strong defensive play, as well as Arturs Silovs' amazing goaltending in this one to give them a 2-1 series lead. Edmonton fans were super frustrated with this one. You can talk about the referees, you can talk about the calls that were given out. Darnell nurse, was that really a penalty? Who really knows? But I will say this. The Oilers did have 2 third-period power plays, and on one of them, they didn't even register a shot on goal. The Oilers ultimately, I feel, shot themselves in the foot with their inability to find the back of the net until the very end of the third period, where Evan Bouchard gets another one. Surprise, surprise. It's off of Ian Cole again. So sleeper secret Oilers agent Ian Cole comes and makes a difference here to give the Oilers some hope at the end there, but ultimately it's not enough as Vancouver wins 4-3 in a game where if you take a look at the expected models, the zone time, the shots, the offensive pressure, Edmonton technically was the better team. But this is exactly what the Vancouver Canucks wanted out of their squad. First goal of the game, it's scored by Mattias Ekholm. It's Brock Boeser who trips up Draisaitl, not the penalty that you want to take just 4 minutes into the hockey game. And after moving the puck around, getting some shots, the last opportunity of the power play, it goes in, bad bounce on a rebound, and Ekholm has the wide open net to put it in. It's 1-0 Edmonton, but the Canucks later on get their own power play to kick things off in this game 3. It's Elias Lindholm who scores after Draisaitl takes him down with the interference call. Hughes goes over to Boeser at the top of the umbrella. Boeser walks right in, shoots it, and scores. We initially thought it was a Boeser goal, but then upon further review, it was Elias Lindholm in front who tipped it before it went in. Later on in the first, this is where the Canucks start to really play with their own systems. Set play by JT Miller. He rims it around the boards to Tyler Myers at the point. You kind of thought Brock Boeser was going to pick it up, but Boeser lets it go to the corner. Myers goes back down low to Miller, who walks right up the half wall. Boeser squeaks into the middle, and Miller over to Boeser, walks right in, shoots, and scores. Far side, beautiful snipe, 2-1 Vancouver. Boeser, with all the time in the world, is just able to beat Skinner straight up. Great play by the Vancouver Canucks. And then with a minute to go in this period, Brock Boeser gets another one. We thought it was a hat-trick goal, but it was only his second goal because the first one was off of Elias Lindholm's stick. But with 1:26 to go, it is a beautiful play. Hughes walks in with a shot. The rebound is picked up by Boeser. He isn't able to shoot and accidentally turns it over. The Oilers get it back, but then Warren Foegele, trying to make a pass into the middle, just gives it right away to Pia Suter, who finds Boeser behind the play. He's in all alone, walks in, and uses his right-handed shot to beat Skinner low glove. 3-1 goal for the Vancouver Canucks. 3 goals and 9 shots, by the way, on Stuart Skinner to end off this first period. And the Oilers had a really good scramble out in front to end off the period. It was actually Quinn Hughes who pulled the puck back off of the goal line into Arturs Silovs. So that is kind of the first of the many frantic Edmonton chances that happens. Second period starts, and this is where another one of those opportunities goes down. It's Corey Perry on a cross crease trying to put the puck in the back of the net. It goes off of Quinn Hughes, and then Arturs Silovs gloves it up, but Perry is confident that that's in the net. And upon video review, we're not actually able to find conclusive video evidence that the puck crossed the line. Therefore, it just goes down as another Arturs Silovs save. Filip Hronek goes over to the box for holding on this play, and whilst on the power play, yeah, the Oilers get another one. It's Leon Draisaitl, one-timer from his spot. The Canucks are getting too many power play goals against, man. The Oilers have been cooking on their man advantages in this entire series, and bringing the game to 3-1, you know, I get it. It's still a lead, but I was personally not feeling secure at all in that moment. The next few minutes were filled with even more Silovs saves. This is sort of where the Oilers just started to pile on, but the Canucks were doing their best to hang on and hang on. Leon Draisaitl got loose, had a breakaway by himself. He beat Silovs, but not the post. 2 minutes after that, Draisaitl got loose. He had another breakaway by himself, but this one was stopped by Silovs. With 3:18 to go, though, the Vancouver Canucks get themselves another power play. It's Darnell Nurse to the box for a pretty questionable cross-checking penalty, and Hughes goes over to Miller, centering pass in front for Elias Lindholm, who ends up taking the puck on his skate, kicking it up to his stick blade, and backhanding it right through Stuart Skinner. It's 4-2 Vancouver with 2:25 to go. What a beautiful goal, and that's his second of the game too. Elias Lindholm and Brock Boeser, both fantastic in this one. At the end of the second, we had ourselves Nikita Zadorov with a huge hit on Evander Kane. This resulted in Kane going into the Oilers bench, and both parties actually were assessed 2-minute minors. Zadorov went off for roughing, and then the Oilers got a bench minor. I think they were saying somebody might have interfered with the play from the bench, but we don't really know what happened there. Either way, the 4-on-4 extends into the third period, where Calvin Pickard gets placed into the game. Stuart Skinner did not have the best of nights in this one. He honestly might have even lost the game for Edmonton, you could say. But the Canucks, in the third period, they just started to play their Canucks shutdown hockey. Sure, the Oilers can get shots. Sure, the Oilers can get zone time. The Oilers got 2 power plays, but the Vancouver Canucks were able to hang on defensively and just do their part in clearing the puck, clearing it out, clearing it down, making sure that the Oilers are not able to get chances on their pristine, top-quality looks. Silovs did not have to make too many fantastic saves in this one, up until like the very end of the third period. Silovs was making save after save after save, just good positioning, staying square. The Canucks had 2 penalties in the third period. Zadorov to the box for tripping on McDavid, and Ian Cole for cross-checking on Evander Kane. But the Oilers are not able to capitalize. I was kind of freaking out because so far, I mean, the Oilers' power play has been so good, but some of these moments were just so stagnant. The Oilers were trying to look for that perfect shot, holding onto the puck, nobody's moving around, and it was kind of intimidating at first, but the Canucks were able to hang on and keep momentum on their side. And towards the end of the third period, the Canucks had one of their only chances of the third. It was a 3-on-1. Boeser tried to center it out for Bluger. The puck gets deflected back to Oman, who tries to give it back to Boeser for the hat trick, but the shot goes wide. At 3:35, you had Cal Pickard go over to the bench. JT Miller had a long shot in his own zone trying to find the empty net, but it goes off the post. And just 40 seconds after Miller hit the post on the empty net, the Oilers end up scoring. It is Evan Bouchard, the long drive off of Ian Cole and in. We thought it was Zach Hyman in the crease who ended up putting in the rebound, but nah, it's just off of Ian Cole and in. I was kind of saying, was this JT Miller's Colton Sissons moment? If the Canucks end up losing here, could you blame the Miller empty net? But the Canucks are able to hang on. No more goals. That's all she wrote. Silovs had to make some crazy saves towards the end of regulation to keep the puck out. Even after the final buzzer rang, Silovs went from post to stop a beautiful one-timer on the right side there. And rough stuff ensues afterwards. You could tell that Draisaitl and McDavid were really ticked off with the way this game was going. I don't think Oilers fans can complain too much about officiating because you guys had 2 power plays towards the end there, and they struggled to get some offense in those opportunities here. But ultimately, the Canucks played their kind of shutdown game. In terms of zone time, puck possession, chances, and more, the Canucks got severely outplayed. But in a way, this was kind of what they wanted. They have had these games a ton this season. Go up by a few goals at the beginning, hold off defensively for the end of it, and then get out squeaking with the regulation win by the end of 60 minutes. They pull it off here in Game 3. Honestly, gotta respect the hustle and that system because it worked very well. All the defense looked so much better in this one. And for Canucks fans' sake, let's hope that carries over into Game 4. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about Vancouver squeaking out a defensive arty-party victory against Edmonton, getting a 2-1 series lead in the process. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.